I'm Steve Hendricks, the Washington Post Jerusalem bureau chief. Israel's been pretty aggressive. They have been since the beginning of the outbreak. If you look outside my windows, you might see one or two people walking by. It's normally a place where the streets are very full. One part of Jerusalem that's really been a lot different is the neighborhood of ultra-Orthodox residents. This community, for a lot of different reasons, has really not adhered to the restrictions. Many of the ultra-Orthodox communities have been in compliance just as other Israelis have been. But there are a few sects, a few individual communities within the broader Orthodox world who have been very resistant, following the lead of their rabbis. A couple of days ago, there was a funeral for a rabbi who was very important in the ultra-Orthodox community. Several hundred people turned out to his funeral in a community outside of Tel Aviv. The authorities decided that they didn't want to confront this crowd, but by the next morning, as people became aware that this community was continuing to sort of flout the rules, the anger in the general public really spiked, I would say. And this morning there was a major police raid. A few people were arrested, something like 30 people were fined for refusing to comply, for being too far from their homes without a valid reason, from congregating in these different spots. When I was there a bit after that encounter, it was a little more quiet than it had been in recent days. I saw one young man being led away by police. So it's continuing to be kind of a fraud situation. I was told by a medical official that the rate of infection in the ultra-Orthodox community is about 4 times what it is in the general Israeli population. This is pretty much the worst community to have an outbreak in. They tend to have very large families in these communities. They live in very small apartments. It's a very dense population, and unfortunately, the numbers that Israel is seeing now bear this out, as news reports have shown that most of the infected hospital cases come from the Orthodox communities. I think what I saw today was the beginning of a substantially increased police presence. We're led to expect that over the next couple of days, that will certainly continue and probably increase. And it wouldn't be too surprising to have actual military units deployed around the country in greater numbers, making their presence known in that community.